Night Health continues. I'm Mark Alyn. I'm really happy. I haven't talked to this young lady in a long time. Her name is Sherry Torkos. She is a registered pharmacist, but she's known as a holistic pharmacist. She's a former fitness instructor, and she's author of The GI Made Simple, the proven way to lose weight, boost energy, and cut your risk of disease. We're going to talk to Sherry about our sedentary lifestyle because with the pandemic, not being able to go out, it's harder to exercise, for one thing, and move about. Or is it? We'll find that out. Sherry, welcome back to Late Night Health.
Hey there, Mark. Thanks for having me.
Our pleasure. Is it, first of all, let's talk. You're in Canada. Are you guys still locked down?
We are. We just went back into lockdown. I'm in Ontario, and we were doing pretty good early on. They had shut down things, and people were social distancing and masking and being very careful. And then I think a lot of the pandemic fatigue had set in, and people are itching to be outside and socializing. And so our numbers started going up again about a month ago. And so here in Ontario, this is now the second week that we're back into a state of emergency, shelter at home, can only leave your house for essential purposes. So, yeah, it's been tough. It's been hard.
One of the things that I've noticed here is that with more and more people getting the vaccine, that our numbers have not increased. They are going down. Are vaccines available in Canada?
Oh, yes. We have vaccines, although they have been slower to roll out than Canadians would like. There have been some supply challenges, but our country has been vigorously working on vaccines, and we're doing them by age groups. So people, first priority groups, I should say. So, they started off with people in nursing homes, people that were really vulnerable, a lot of health conditions, and then it went by age groups. So if you were 80 and over, then 70. Now they're vaccinating 60 and over. So I'm not quite there yet. I'm 52, so my time will probably come in the next couple of weeks. But, everyone's doing what we can to kind of stay healthy. But, the pandemic has been hard on people physically, emotionally. Certainly a lot of people have suffered being ill and losing loved ones. So I feel, grateful that I have my health. Nobody in my family has been directly affected, but I really do feel for those that have lost a loved one or have gone through this horrible illness, because I know it can leave some pretty long-standing negative effects on your health.
It's the bubonic plague of the 21st century.
Yeah, it's been tough. And, when I'm talking to people, I find, people are worried about getting sick for sure, but they're also just feeling stressed out because they have lost a lot of things that they normally like to do, going to restaurants and social gatherings. People have noticed they're gaining weight. They're not feeling as well. They're depressed. Maybe drinking more alcohol too. Like I've been hearing that alcohol intake and cannabis and other things is on the rise. So those lifestyle things, the lack of exercise, the stress, lack of sleep. Now it's contributed to the way we're feeling, which is not so well these days.
I have to ask a personal question. Will you get the shot? Will you take the jab?
Yes, I will get the shot when it's my turn. I will definitely get the shot. I really think when with any vaccine, you need to look at the benefits versus the risks. And in this case, it's my professional opinion that the benefits far outweigh the risks. Not just for yourself by getting vaccinated, it protects you, but it also protects others around you. And so, yes, I will be getting the vaccine.
One of the things that occurred to me is that with the so-called side effects here in the U.S., I guess they just opened up J&J, the Johnson & Johnson one shot again. They had, I guess they gave out thousands of shots, and 5 or 6 people suffered from blood clots. That can be very serious. Here in the U.S., the vaccines are not really approved. They are they have emergency approval. Is it similar in Canada?
Yeah, that's right. Emergency approval, Health Canada here has approved and released these vaccines. And, I do understand people's concerns about blood clots. That is serious. But from my understanding, the risk of if you get COVID and you can get blood clots, a much greater risk of having blood clots with COVID than blood clots with the vaccine. So I think if you are, weighing again the benefits versus the risks, if you get COVID and have a severe outcome, you end up on a ventilator, or you're one of those long haulers, or you get blood clots due to COVID. There could be permanent loss of, taste and smell, emotional consequences. I think there are a lot of risks and dangers in just letting yourself, go without protection. So again, I just feel that it's important for everyone. If you're on the fence, you're not sure what to do, talk to your healthcare provider. There are several different vaccines available now, so 2 of them do carry the risk of the blood clots, the AstraZeneca and Johnson & Johnson, but it doesn't, that hasn't been found in the Pfizer and the Moderna vaccine, so there is that option.
Let's talk about the fact that we have become more sedentary. It's harder to work out. It's harder to exercise. Here in California, where Daryl and I are based, they're opening up pretty much everything, I guess, in about 6 weeks from now, from the time we're recording this. And I think that I'm still not going back to my gym. I can't do it. So what can I do at home to get me up off the couch and back into a regular exercise routine?
Yeah, you raise a good point. Even when the gyms are open again, I think people have concerns because you don't necessarily know if everybody that you're around is vaccinated. When you're exercising, you're breathing more, so there's naturally more virus particles that could be released into the air. So I understand those concerns, and you don't have to go to a gym to get fit and be fit and do exercise. So, there's some wonderful things you can actually do in your house without equipment, just using your own body weight. If you have stairs and your knees are okay, you can go up and down the stairs. You can do squats and lunges and sit-ups and planks. Planks are a great exercise to do that really help to strengthen all of the core muscles. You can do a plank, so that's you get down on the ground and you're putting your forearms on the ground and you're lifting your body just slightly off the ground, so you're laying vertical with your face down, and just lift your body up slightly. Try to keep your butt tucked in, your knees are lifted up off the floor. That's really hard to do, and if you can do that for 30 seconds to a minute, that's great. Doing those a couple of times a day, really good workout for the core. But if you're one of those people that is stuck behind a desk for a lot of your day, and you're in Zoom meetings, and you're just seems like endless hours at the desk, there's actually things you can do right while you're at your desk to get a bit of a workout in. You can do dips. If you have a chair that has armrests, you can put your hands on the armrest. You can do tricep dips. You can step away from your desk and do push-ups. So say you've got 5-10 minutes between meetings. Step away from your desk, put your palms of your hand on the edge of your desk, lower your chest down to the desk and do push-ups. You can step away from your desk and do squats. Squats are so good because they work the quads and which are the front of your legs, the back of your legs, your glutes, gets the blood flowing. So just going up and down, lowering yourself down towards your chair, and then straightening back up. And then
we know,
sitting at your desk, and say it's a long meeting, you can lift your heels up off the floor and do calf raises, and that helps not only to strengthen the calves, but it encourages blood flow and circulation, improves circulation, because one of the issues when you're sitting for a long period of time, you can get pooling of blood in the extremities, and that can contribute to varicose veins and leg swelling and a lot of problems. So if you can do some calf raises, pump up those calves, it's going to be a good way to get that circulation going.
Sherry, we're going to take a time out. When we come back, let's talk about supplementation as well. Also, the importance of sleep. I wish I could get 8 or 10 hours a night. It doesn't often happen. I can't remember when it's happened the last time. Sherry Torkos is our guest. She is a pharmacist, an author, a friend of Late Night Health, and authored many books, 18 books, including the Canadian Encyclopedia of Natural Medicine and the Glycemic Index Made Simple. We're going to take some time out. We'll be back as Late Night Health continues. There's a lot of talk all over the internet about the remarkable benefits of Carbon-60, and baby boomers are especially excited about it. Greska's Carbon-60 is the premium Carbon-60, developed by an aerospace and NASA scientist. 95% of Greska's customers report positive results from this Nobel Prize-winning technology in just 4 days. Imagine more energy, better health, and more vitality. It's very bioavailable to quickly mend toxin-crippled cells. This is a super powerful antioxidant. Bob Greska is so confident that you'll love his Carbon-60, he wants to send you a bottle at 50% off the regular price. To see how life-changing this will be for you, call 720-600-6040. That's 720-600-6040. Visit C-60.com to learn more. Call 720-600-6040 now or visit C-60.com.
The latest from the greatest, the best in new music by classic rockers, with your host, the insane Daryl Wayne.
This is Alice Cooper, and if Daryl Wayne is insane, what does that make me? Criminally insane. Stick around to find out.
Many of the artist interviews for the latest from the greatest have been captured on audio book. There is a Volume 1 and Volume 2. Great information and conversations with people in the industry and people surrounded by the industry, and of course the rock stars themselves.
I'm the Reverend Al Green, and you're listening to the insane Daryl Wayne. And I said Wayne Insane.
You can find it on Amazon or Blackstone Audio. Search for the latest from the greatest from Daryl Wayne, D-A-R-R-E-L-L-W-A-Y-N-E.
Hello, this is Weird Al Yankovic, and you're listening to the insane Daryl Wayne, aren't you?
It's true you can't run on empty, yet there are people who wake up every day with this sorrowful feeling in their hearts. Share a simple smile today, say a kind word, or do some small act of compassion before this day ends. These little gestures may seem meaningless, but they're worth the world to anyone holding this emptiness. Know the angels are right there with you every time you share that love. You're never alone, and divine love will never leave your side.
For more inspiration from Robert Clancy, visit guidetothesoul.com or go to the Moments with Robert page on latenightshealth.com.
Sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Words are a critical aspect of success. How you get your point across is a crucial part of what makes anything sell. So do it right and hire a writer. Whether it's articles, blog posts, technical writings, website content, product descriptions, or ghostwriting anything from a novel to a nonfiction book about your navel, contact Servet Hassan. If you want it to sell, write it right. Email Servet at servet@servethassan.com.
This is Late Night Health. I'm Mark Alyn. Join us at latenightshealth.com, latenightshealth.com, and you can also find us at LinkedIn, linkedin.com/Mark Alyn, MarkAlyn. And I believe that Sherry Torkos, our guest, and I are LinkedIn buddies. And if we're not, we should be. We're talking about health now as the pandemic seems to be lessening. And I say seems because a lot of people are saying, okay, we're getting a lot of people vaccinated. We want that herd immunity now. A big percentage of people are refusing to take the vaccine, and we have to move on with our lives. And that's, I think that's important, getting out, being social. We are social animals, after all. And being cut off from friends. I haven't seen Daryl in over a year. He's happy about that, by the way. But
save me from getting that restraining order.
I know, you didn't have to get it, right? So let's talk, Sherry, about prebiotics and probiotics, and what are some of the reasons for taking those right now?
Right. So probiotics, most people are familiar with them. Probiotics you can get in supplement form, but you can also get probiotic, which is the beneficial good bacteria. If you're eating yogurt or kefir, yogurt drinks, kombucha, things like that, you get some of that beneficial bacteria when you're consuming fermented foods. So a lot of people are taking probiotics. They're keen on probiotics because we know they're good for supporting the immune system. And, of course, everyone wants to do what they can now to keep their immune system strong and healthy. Probiotics are also really good for gut health, helping to promote regularity, helping with the absorption of nutrients. Well, it turns out that probiotics can also help with weight loss. So people that are concerned about belly fat and they've gained some weight throughout the pandemic and they're looking for, maybe something to give them a bit of an edge to get their weight under control, think about probiotics, but also a prebiotic along with the probiotic. And so I'll tell you how these two work together. So probiotics, again, beneficial bacteria, good for the gut, the immune system. Some of the newer research is showing that probiotics can also help promote the release of hormones that help to reduce your appetite and help you to burn more calories and target the belly fat. So that's a good thing. Now, prebiotics, they're fibers that nourish and feed the probiotics. And prebiotics you get a little bit of in your diet if you're eating things like asparagus and artichokes, dandelion greens, bananas. You get a little bit of prebiotic fibers in your diet. But to really get the consistent benefits, what you want to do is take a combination prebiotic-probiotic. So what you're going to look for is Pro plus Synbiotic. Pro plus Synbiotic, that's going to give you the benefit of both the pre and the probiotics. So prebiotic fibers, I mentioned, they're in some of the foods you get. If you take them in supplement form, there's a specific prebiotic that is in the Pro plus Synbiotic combination that has actually been shown to help with weight management. It helps to stabilize your blood sugar levels, helps make you feel more full, so that when your appetite is suppressed, it enhances something called satiety, which is your feeling of fullness. So if you can combine the pre and the probiotic in supplement form, you'll get the benefits not just for gut health and immune system, but also for weight management. And this one I can speak from personal experience, Mark, because like many people, I'm, been, watching and trying to be very careful because I've been indoors more, not out and about as much as I normally like to. So I gave this a try myself and noticed a big difference in terms of my appetite. I think it's tough, right? When you're working from home, you're close to the fridge. Even if you're not necessarily hungry, you're like, oh, maybe I got to go get something, I want a snack or whatever. So something that helps to curb appetite is a good thing. And
my refrigerator has learned my first name.
What's that?
It calls me. My refrigerator has learned my first name, and it calls to me throughout the day, very loudly.
Yes.
Mark, oh Mark, and I'll find myself just opening the refrigerator and looking, and my wife will say, "You don't need anything. Close the door."
Go away from the refrigerator. Exactly.
Yes.
And here's the thing, like, all of these things that I'm mentioning today together are really what's going to help to make you feel a lot better and get you on a better path if you've been, struggling with your weight, if you've gained some pounds over the pandemic. So you want to add this Pro plus Synbiotic, and I mentioned the benefits, right, with the prebiotic and the probiotic combined together. And by the way, there's lots of research on these things. You can look at probiotics.com, and you can find more research on the pre and the probiotics. You can check that out. There's lots of like hundreds and hundreds of studies being done on probiotics these days, and prebiotics too. So if you add that to your daily routine, and it comes in a chewable tablet, it's actually really tasty, and it's like a fruit-flavored chewable. So you're going to take that, and it comes in these little individual packets. There's 2 chewable tablets in each packet, so if you are going out and about, you can carry it with you, take it, no problem. So you got that. You're going to work out a little bit more. Stay away from the refrigerator and try to, use your home as your new gym by doing stairs or jumping jacks or little bursts of activity here and there. Integrate that into your day. If you're at the desk, I shared with you some of those tips you can do, the push-ups, the sit-ups, the push-ups, the dips, all of those squats and things like that at your desk. That'll help. And then the other thing that we didn't get to yet is sleep. And I know you were saying sleep has been something tough, right? Hard for you to
It is really tough, and I know a lot of people. Daryl and I both suffer from lack of sleep, and it's you wake up lethargic and tired if you don't get a good night's sleep.
Right, and when you're not getting a good night's sleep, in addition to feeling tired, lack of sleep also throws your body out of whack in terms of your hormones that are involved in regulating your appetite and your body's ability to burn fat. And it actually causes an imbalance in some of these hormones. And so there's been studies to show that if you're getting less than 6 hours of sleep at night, it may actually be causing you to gain weight because your appetite is stronger, your hormones that are involved in regulating metabolism get affected. So you actually need to sleep more to lose more weight. So even if you're just like add an hour to your schedule, I think for a lot of people when they're stressed and with technology today, we need to sometimes just take a break from all that, and in the evening do relaxing activities, go for a walk, meditate, do some yoga, some stretching, but try not to, watch TV programming that's stressful or listen to, stressful podcasts of, anything that's, controversial, whether it's pandemic or politics, things like that. Keep the cell phone out of the bedroom. Make your room nice and quiet and dark, and try to make your bedroom like a little sleep haven, and so that you can get a better night's rest.
They call that a man's cave. Sherry, we're just a man's cave, right? We're just about out of time. By the way, you had me at artichoke. Right?
You like those, do you?
Yeah, I love artichokes. Actually, I think we have a lot of artichokes grown here in Ventura County, along with a lot of other fresh and natural and clean produce. Sherry, thank you very much for spending some time with us. Go to probiotics.com. There's some studies there. Are there recommended products as well?
Right. So if you go to probiotics.com, it's a website that I actually serve as an advisor. I answer questions. So there's so much information on there. You can read more about probiotics, prebiotics, how to take them if you're interested in learning whether a supplement may be right for you or getting some guidance in terms of which supplement might be a good option. You'll find that on that website as well. The one that I mentioned today, the Pro Plus Symbiotic, that's a good one to check out because, again, you get the benefits of the pre and the probiotics.
Sherry, thank you very much for joining us here at Late Night Health. I really do appreciate that. Hold on a second. I want to talk to you off the air. Daryl, thank you very much for today, as always.
My pleasure.
And thank you for listening. Join us at latenighthealth.com. We'll be back next week. Have a great week, everybody. Have a good week. Go for that walk. Wear your mask. And most importantly, have a healthy week. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.